If you think about it, we've never actually been taught on how to take care of ourselves as young men. And I'm not talking about just physical stuff like how to shave your balls or how to shave off your teenage mustache. What I also mean by that is how to react during confrontation, how to make others start to take you more seriously, how masculine frame works and how to use it properly, how to have humor and how to use it in different scenarios, what is true confidence and how you can gain it as a young man. You see, I believe that taking care of yourself goes far beyond just looks, but it's actually mostly about your energy, your vibe, your spirit, the way you carry yourself, the way you are able to present your own and unique vibe, character and humor. Bro, like I can go on and on. And these topics can have completely separate videos for each and every one of them because they are very big topics. But I think today let's specify the advice and the knowledge towards how you can literally today start to take care of yourself as a young man in today's day and age. And I'm not talking just physically so you can feel good within your body. I'm also talking about mentally and spiritually. So, you ready? Let's get it. Step number one is to never be a nice guy. Now let me explain to you what being a nice guy actually means. Visualize two different people. The person on the left is the nice guy, whilst the person on the right is a kind man. Now, do you notice the difference here? Because let me tell you, it is massive. The nice guy person is nice towards others whilst expecting something in return. Because you know, he is so nice, he wants something from them, right? Whether if it's validation, whether if it's attention, whether if it's some materialistic shit, right? It's not really good. Whilst the kind man, you know, kindness. If you think about this word, being nice and being kind is totally different. When you're nice, you can be nice because you want something, or being nice can be faked, but being kind can't. If you have the best interests in mind towards the person next to you, then you will be kind to that person, right? Because kindness is being kind towards this person but not expecting anything in return. This is the difference. Now let me just really explain how masculine frame works, if anyone of you is wondering. And you can take me as a very good example of that, literally. Masculine frame is just you being completely yourself, being chill, just chill, not being loud. It's not about you being loud, it's rather about letting your life be loud for you. As a masculine, just respectful, well-behaved man, you never want to be the loudest person in the room, but you do want to be the person with the loudest life in the room. And it's a difference, because you can be just a jackass who is like speaking all of the shit, right? Oh, I'm going to do this business, I'm going to make this much money, I'm going to be this and this and that, you know, revealing all of your plans to other people but never taking action. Whilst the person, the actually masculine person with masculine frame, what he would do is simply stay silent, never speak to anyone else about his goals, but let his life speak for itself. He lets the results show the hard work that he's been through. You can see clearly that there is a difference. So you can see that it is genuinely the complete opposite of being the nice guy. It's being chill, staying in your lane, not really giving a fuck about anything which is not actually important to you truly. Just staying in your lane, working hard, and letting your life be loud for you. Step number 2 to today's video is how to never let someone make fun of you again. Now, it's one of the things which you really have to understand, like the first thing I have to speak about here. How can you like command respect from others if you're not a person that people would normally respect? You have to command respect by being worthy of respect. Now, just like I said that, many people would turn like their heads to the advice of, okay, so I want to appear as more like frightening. So I guess I have to be more masculine, which means that I have to build more muscle, look bigger and stronger, like look like I can fight. So I have to go to the gym. And I mean, they are completely right. Going to the gym will definitely do a lot for you, because it did a lot for me. But let me tell you, in the long run, the gym isn't enough. You have to learn how to fight, to not only defend yourself, but to be able to defend the ones you truly love, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. If you've been watching me for a while, maybe if you know me from my personal life, then you know that I've been going to the gym for like what, 3 good years now, and only now I've been actually getting myself more into the martial arts kind of stuff, which like involves right now kickboxing K1 practices. We have 3 practices in a week, and by far I have not missed any practice, by far, like none. I went to every single session I could, right? So I guess you can say that I am taking this very seriously, since, because like, you know, I already built the body, right? I look pretty fucking jacked. So is there really any point in me still going to the gym and trying to build even more muscle? I mean, I can maintain the physique, but let me just do something else. Let me get myself into martial arts, because there is a lot of good in that. And I know that many of you are already like very interested in the gym. So what I really want to tell you is to, if you're not yet doing any martial arts, just go and try it out. I promise to you that you will never regret that choice of learning how to actually like defend yourself physically. Another sub point of this step is to have other masculine men by your side. Now, let me explain to you what I actually have on my mind right now. You know, for most of my life, I've been quite like, since the beginning, I've been quite of a feminine guy actually, because let's just picture this. Whenever there was an argument in the family, let's say, I always used to be more on the side of my mother, like for some reason, which ultimately made me much more feminine. And then it meant that I usually had way more like female friends than male friends, because I vibed better with just girls, which made me much more feminine. And by the way, I'm not gay. Because I know many gay guys which are friends with many feminine like women. But yeah, I've always been that person, you know, just hanging around with girls, not really just hanging out with guys, and often not even dating the girls, just like being like friends with them in some ways, right? What I actually mean by have other masculine men around you is to just at least don't let feminine energy be the only energy revolving around you and your life. Because of course, it's really good to know about the other sex and stuff and their psychology, but on the other hand, if you're a feminine guy that is around feminine women all of the time, then you will not have any masculinity inside of you, which is very much needed, especially like in today's day and age. You get me? And this is kind of like also why I decided to take on more of the martial arts route, at least just for now, since I can guarantee you that if you just go to some boxing gym nearby, to some kickboxing gym nearby, you will just like that be surrounded with killer men, like very masculine, powerful guys, which most of them can fight and can whoop your ass anytime they would want. So that's really good, and that's why I kind of also got myself into martial arts. Because the gym doesn't really provide you with that. I mean, it kinda does, but it's not the same thing, trust me. Now, I've been just sitting there and speaking about masculinity, but I know that for many of you, actually, you don't really even know what masculinity is, so let me define it. What masculinity actually is, because it's like quite often misunderstood, right? You have masculinity, which is like, at least on the internet, is seen as just big muscles, fast car, lots of money, right? This is masculine energy. It kind of is, because it's achievement, but it's a part of masculine energy. Let me kind of expand on this topic, what masculine energy actually is. Masculine energy is stillness. Now, if you think about the energies, there is the feminine energy and there is the masculine energy. The feminine changes. The feminine energy is like water flowing down the river. It changes because it revolves around emotion, right? And what do emotions do? They change, they flow by the hour, by the minute. Now, if you think about masculine energy, it's the complete opposite of that. It's stillness, and not like physical stillness, like I don't know, just sitting and not moving. It's not about that, obviously. Stillness emotionally. Masculine energy is really often about not being changed about any real life factor. If some bullshit, like complete bullshit happens in your life and you're stressed and you're worried, you don't radiate this emotion. You stay calm. The feminine energy is the water, whilst the masculine energy is the rock. And the water from the river crushes the rock. What happens? The rock stays still. It doesn't move. Masculine energy is simply not being phased, not being changed by any external factor, at least not mentally, right? If you just stay unfazed by the outside noise, just stay in your lane, work hard, keep on just practicing the stuff which you actually preach, holding this masculine frame, this stillness, stoicism, right? This is what exactly, bro, this is what stoicism is about. It's the art of not giving a fuck. It's saying it is what it is. The best thing I can do is to try my hardest. If I can't change it, then I should not worry about it. But if I can change it, then I should worry about it just for a bit so that I can fix it and move on to the next big thing in life. This is what stoicism is. If you just stay in your lane, you will see that your whole life will change for the better, because you will not be panicking about, oh, I don't know, the exams because I'm so stressed. Oh, I had this altercation like before with this guy. I'm worried that he will do something. I don't know. Like, you know, being just stressed in your life, constantly fucking stressed. Instead of doing all of that bullshit, you just stay calm, stay chill. Okay, it is what it is. What can I do with it? If I can't do nothing about it, then fuck it. But if I can, let's do it. So I guess I kind of explained it kind of like, you know, thoroughly. Now, as we're in this topic, how do you react during confrontation? Because I know that it is a topic which many of you would like to hear me speak about. Now let me start off by saying this. If someone can manipulate you, just speaking emotionally, if someone can anger you, if someone can make you sad, if someone can make you anxious, he is your master. But it's just emotional, right? Because I'm not speaking about like physical stuff, like if someone pushes you and wants to like get into a fight and you like I explained earlier, you can't just stay still, right? You can't do that. You have to kind of like intervene, defend yourself, of course, defend your physical body. But you know, if it's just on the mental side of things, my best advice is to crush your opponent by being indifferent, by being unchanged, unfazed by that fucking bitch. Like he's trying to, you know, insult you or something, and you're just like who is you, bro? Who is you? And only when he escalates the situation and is trying to like fucking punch you or something, then of course, if you have to, then use brute force or run away or something. If you have to, then do that. And of course, I'm not encouraging anyone to beat each other up, like I'm not saying none of that, but if you have to use your brute force, then do what you gotta do, I guess. I guess the best case scenario is you just get a one clean hit on the guy and just run away as fast as you fucking like can, so no one will even notice. And if he has, I don't know, maybe friends around that are also trying to get involved, then I guess it's his lucky day, cause it will be kind of hard to beat them all up without any weapon. Like, you're not Bruce Lee, let's be honest, and neither am I. And of course, it's all like self-defense purposes. Once again, I'm not telling anyone to beat each other up, okay? Now, step number 3 of today's video, let me kind of change the topic, because we've been speaking about just stuff like, you know, how to win in altercation, how to do this, how to do that, what masculinity is and stuff. Let me change the topic. Now I will give you hygiene tips that actually work, and I know that because I've like experienced it working for me at the very least. Tip number 1 is to never use the same shaving blade on 2 different spots, like on your body simultaneously. Simultaneously, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Like, if you have one shaving blade, please do not use it on your balls and also like your face at the same time, because I'm not really sure how it works, but I'm pretty fucking sure that it will give you pretty bad acne. Don't do that. Tip number 2 is to always try to wash your face in the morning preferably using cold water since it has lots and lots of benefits for you. Not only it will like wake you up in the morning, but it will also clear up your skin, since I started to like wash my face just with water, like with cold water, like every single morning. I've noticed a quite of an improvement to my like acne and stuff, so yeah, maybe you want to also try that. Tip number 3 is to always have some gum with you. Now, you can kind of understand it in two different ways, but let me only speak about one of them. Of course, to have chewing gum with you at all times. Since if you're eating some shit and then your mouth like literally just it stinks and your breath is all fucking like fishy and stuff, it's not that great, trust me bro. Always have some packets of gum with you. That's exactly what I always do. Next thing is to always like, or maybe let me say this in a bit of a different way, never forget to shower like right after some practice or right after you stop working out, like right after some practice. Since sweat can be a motherfucker in terms of just fucking up your skin health. Because what is sweat? Sweat is like kind of dirt, right? Just all of the build up toxins like from your body and all of the shit just going out. And if you don't get that sweat off of your body as fast as possible, then of course you will get a breakout and you will have acne all over your body. And the last tip is to never use shampoo like every time you're trying to wash your hair. And there is kind of like two parts to this. The first one, just like I said, never use shampoo every single time you try to wash your hair. Sometimes, like today, I only washed my hair with water and I'm perfectly fine. I don't smell, trust me. But the second thing is to, if you are using some sort of shampoo, then don't use a lot. Don't use a lot of it since it will dry up your hair very much. The whole goal of using shampoo is to get all of that dirt like from your hair, just, you know, removed. But if you use too much of that shampoo or anything like that, then it will actually start to strip out even like all of the essential oils in your hair, which then make the hair much more dry and just like look like shit. Trust me, especially for all of my curly head guys like me, shampoo can be a motherfucker. I never use a lot of shampoo if I ever even use it. So yeah, now let me get back into the topics. Step number 4 of today's video: what true confidence looks like and how you can actually get it. Now there are two ways to actually answer this question. The first one is confidence is abundance. If you learn to let go, you can truly be confident about losing anything, right? If you learn to let go, you can paradoxically have anything you want. And I'm not talking about like no manifestation shit, because I'm a realist. Let's just picture it like this. If you're abundant of money, then it will make it much easier for you to acquire even more money because you're not greedy. If you're abundant of women, it's incredibly easy to be attractive towards even more women since you're not needy. You're not desperate for love and attention. If you're abundant of fame or clout or however you want to call this, then of course it will make it much easier for you to get even more popular since you're not needy of all of the attention. You're not fighting for attention. I guess it makes sense, like you just get it, right? I don't know why, but I like really love like snapping my fingers for some reason. Now this was the first way to answer this question. The second way to answer this important question is confidence is competence. If I wasn't that guy, then I could not be like speaking like this. Of course, if I did not have the muscle or the experience, I could not be sitting there and telling you about what are the, I don't know, best exercises for the gym. I am a confident person because I'm confident in my abilities. So on the other hand, if I am not capable in, I don't know, fucking horse riding, then of course I would not feel confident because I'm shit at it. So you need to pick and choose the areas of life where you actually want to be competent so you can become confident like within those areas. What I would choose is definitely fighting, so stuff like martial arts, and maybe just kind of like fitness in general, so martial arts and fitness as one point. Then definitely dating, being confident around women and stuff. Definitely business and like slash work, your workplace space, I don't know. And let's say just social things, like how to hold a conversation. If you really want to work on these things, if you dedicate enough time into trying to be better at those things, like each and every day, you will see yourself be more confident because you're more competent. Step number 5, or kind of like question number 5, is how to be more funny, like how to be just a charming, funny person. Now, the same rule applies. The more practice you get in, the easier it gets over time. Now, how do you build up your charisma and like, you know, your funniness? It's kind of also through just practice. Whenever you're speaking to some other person, always try to just, maybe just in your head, don't speak it out loud. Just in your head, think of some jokes which you might say. And if any of those jokes are actually funny, try to say them out loud and see if they react to it. Just try to think of funny things, and on a long enough time frame, you will see that there will be a lot of people that like you very much because you're a funny person. Like almost every person you just come across will want to speak to you and just be your company. Another point which I really want to speak about here is you can clearly see this like many times. Guys who are good in business and like specifically sales, so persuasion, kind of even manipulation, speaking to the clients. Guys who are good in sales are often very good with women. And it truly all comes down to your competence in speaking, because speaking is also a skill which I have been trying to level up since like the beginning of this whole channel, because bro, you can literally search up my older videos. I was stuttering in them like I don't even want to speak about this right now because it's making me stutter right now. Yeah, it's funny because I've been on a journey of trying to like, you know, speak more accurately, more articulate, and I mean, I guess you can give me some feedback on how I'm doing compared to how I was doing in the past. Also, the more you just speak with the opposite sex, the more little details in body language, the way you say things, you kind of experiment with, paradoxically, the easier your business meetings will become, because overall you just become more emotionally intelligent. Since I've been like, you know, around girls since like the beginning, right? Because I've been like friends with mostly girls for most of my life, I can say that I am very emotionally intelligent person just overall, which means that I am pretty good at speaking, and you know, I'm a fucking hypocrite, I'm trash at speaking, but definitely in like understanding emotions, having empathy towards others, I can say that I'm very good in that. And I do feel like it all comes down to me spending much more time with emotionally intelligent creatures, which are mostly women. Like, because like, to be fair, most men don't really care about your emotions when they're speaking to you, but when a woman speaks to you, all she cares about is like emotions involved in this conversation, right? Men care what you say to them, whilst women care how you say it to them. It's like I said, it's just female psychology, right? So yeah, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, how to be just charming and funny. Pretty much practice, practice, practice. Think of jokes, spend more time speaking to men and also women to become more emotionally intelligent. Pick up all of the like little clues in your brain and you will start to be more funny and have this charisma. Step number 6 is to always challenge yourself and live outside of comfort. Let me tell you, you have to live true to your edge, bro. And the edge is the place, like David Goggins says this, it's a place not many people go to. It's a dark motherfucking place. Your true edge is actually you giving it your all at all times, every single second of the day. Even if it gets boring, even if it gets annoying, hell, even if it gets painful, mindful, you stay dedicated towards giving 100% each and every time. And there is a high chance that you've never even experienced even a bit of your true edge, of actually giving it your all every living fucking second of the day. Maybe you can literally just try this out tomorrow, maybe not for the whole day, because it will be fucking hard, but for the first even 10 minutes of the day, let's say, for the, okay, maybe like 30, for the first 30 minutes of the next day, the next time you wake up, for the next 30 minutes, try to give it your complete all, like anything you can think of which is going to like be good for you, be progressive towards your goals, completely dial into it, and you will see how hard it is. Now imagine living like this 24/7, 7 days a week. It is fucking hard, right? Living like actually true to your edge is incredibly important, especially for us men, since what makes men happy is conquest. It's challenge, it's seeing some new, not like undiscovered land and saying, I want this, and going for it. And whether if you want to get better at, bro, literally at anything, right? You just have a goal and you work towards it. This is what makes men happy. The like most happiest times of my life, I can tell you, are when I was just fucking working. I remember when I was making the like fitness course, like I was really dialed into just making it all completed, editing videos, bro. I was at my computer like at least 12 hours a day, bro, just editing videos. The only breaks I had were when I had to go to pee and or to eat or to sleep, you know. I know it might seem very mundane and boring, but bro, to me, I actually felt very happy and content inside. So I guess I can say from my experience, if you work as hard as you possibly can, you will start to feel very happy just within your life, right? Now, very simple point number seven of today's video is to find light, which often people refer to as God. Now, how do you do that? You have to find light, truth, love, however you want to call this, by simply being a good person. There is, I think, nothing which God hates more than just lazy, not compassionate, like people, right? Just not working hard, not really loving anyone, not being kind to anyone, not trying hard. This is what is repulsive towards other good people and also God. So if you want to find yourself around more good people, like high quality people, I guess you can even say, then you have to become a better person yourself. That's all I can say, bro. Just always follow the word of God, because guess what happens without God? You lose meaning. You lose love, which is the meaning of life. And by the way, I will definitely make a video, like a full video on that. What is the purpose of life? I'm pretty sure will be just the title of it, since I know that many of you will get a shit ton of value from that. But yeah, just for now, I think let me just give you a quick plug. If you want, check out the Blueprint to Teenage Aesthetics, which is my course on fitness, where I will teach you step by step exactly how I built this body. Of course, if you're interested, scroll into the description of this video or maybe into the comments, and you will definitely find a link to the website. Thanks for watching. I really do hope that you've made some important notes from this video, and as always, stay abnormal, G's. Boom.